Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, they're trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sure you've heard the news by now, but I've been going through the internet looking for the clips to see what they're mad or upset about, and I can't find it. These are I can't find it. The one that they have on there, I don't see where that's even controversial. The guy's a comedian. This is the same party, the same group of people who complained about everything is too woke. Comedians can't say anything anymore. They're killing comedy. The folks who are complaining about killing comedy are killing comedy. The folks who are complaining about canceling people are canceling people. What does that tell you? That they don't believe in anything that they're saying, that they've said, that they have no core. All it is if it doesn't fit their particular ideology or belief, then they don't want to hear it. And that's the moment that we're in now. This is a very dangerous and scary moment for America. This should send a chill or a shiver up every American spine, regardless if they're Democrat or a Republican. This is some scary shit. We don't want people ratting out people who are saying things that they don't agree with, or saying things that they deem to be negative about the sad and tragic death of Charlie Kirk. That's like, to me, it reminds me of back in the day when you had to like rat people out because you believe that they belong to a certain political party. I thought America was beyond that. I guess we're going back to that time now.
All right. So Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I don't support any form of cancel culture. I I like when the free markets decide what happens to people. But let's just be honest. Jimmy Kimmel has not been funny for a very long time. And late night shows in general are losing their popularity. I'm gonna read this out for you to hear. As of September 2025, Jimmy Kimmel Live has seen a decline in viewership, averaging approximately 1.1 million viewers per episode. Now, if this was on YouTube, you'd say those are some good numbers. But the amount of production and the cost that goes into producing a single episode of Jimmy Kimmel, that amount is nowhere near what the YouTuber will spend on a video that makes it 1 million views. So it is losing money. This decline has placed Kimmel behind competitors like Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon in total viewership. Second quarter of 2025 performance. Earlier in the year, Kimmel's show performed better, averaging about 1.77 million viewers during the second quarter. Notably, it led in the key 18 to 49 demographic with 220,000 viewers, which is crucial for advertisers. So he was doing all right. He wasn't doing too great. A lot of these shows will die eventually if you let them. So I really didn't care for him being fired. But I also understand that these shows have become very left leaning, and they've gotten themselves in a position where sometimes they even lie to their viewers. In this case, what Jimmy Kimmel did was straight up blame Republicans and MAGA for the death of our brother Charlie, which is not right, not the right thing to do. So I think there has to be some consequences for doing that. I don't know if they have to take a show away. I'm a conservative that believes in a free market, and I like when the market decides. I want the market to decide that these people shows are not good enough, and when the ratings tank, the organizations have the right to take them down. But I'm also not gonna cry that Jimmy Kimmel has been fired, or suspended, whatever that means. But I have a different take on this because I am a true conservative, and I like when the markets decide what to do. But let's talk about Don Lemon. I think Don Lemon is not okay.
saying white women do not have brain processing power and are stealing jobs from black men, the right would fucking lose their minds. Mark Lamont Hill, Roland, Michael Eric Dice. Let's just say these brothers, or Bakari Sellers, or it's someone like that. If they went around saying some shit like that, they would be canceled immediately. They would be fired. People would scrub them from their whatever business that they work for. Or if they said, when I get on a plane and I see a white pilot, I'm like, damn, we're gonna, I'm worried. Saying white women do not have brain.
What world does Don Lemon live in? What the hell happened to this guy, man? Oh my goodness. What the hell? I'll tell you something. I don't know what he's trying to connect here. But I have always said that diversity, equity, and inclusion, even though the proponents of it thought it would help minority groups, some of the biggest beneficiaries of diversity, equity, and inclusion was white men and white women. And I'll explain what I mean by that. It wasn't your regular white men and white women. It was the white men and white women that put themselves with the others. I'll break this down. The white men that identified as LGBTQ, they were considered minorities. So they got the spots. As long as you look the type, you got the job on the basis of diversity. White women got those jobs because they were women. Again, diversity. But people don't understand that women also make 50% of the population, and there's a lot of female representation in the workforce. It's not every woman that is a homemaker. Some go out there and some have regular jobs. So the design may have been to maybe help underrepresented groups, but it took out the ability to compete. Merit was not part of the equation. And when you don't have merit, you don't have fairness, and what you have is a grant, technically. It's a job just to hook up the others. And unfortunately, the groups that were supposed to benefit from it did not benefit from it because you had the others and they took advantage of the others. It's more like Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, claiming an Indian scholarship. It's not any different. You see, it's not the reason why I am a big opponent to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I hate it because I hate everything that doesn't take into consideration merit. I think people should work hard. I think people should be rewarded for the work that they put in and the amount of fierce competition that they put up in order to get into certain spaces. I don't believe that you should hand jobs out to people that don't qualify only because of the color of their skin. And I strongly believe that.